Ladies, let me tell you something about a man and your hand. Now, I ain't just talking about some dude walking past you at the bar trying to brush against you and say, excuse me, when he know good and well it wasn't no accident. No, I'm talking about a real man, a man who's into you, a man who ain't just looking at your body but sees your value, your essence, your vibe. That man, he gonna touch your hand different. That's the first place you really start to notice how a man feels about you. Now, when a man's attracted to you, the way he reaches for your hand says everything. A man who wants you, not just for a night, but for something that matters, he'll reach for that hand like he's saying, come on, I got you. It's that subtle move, you know what I mean? You might be walking down the street and suddenly his fingers slide into yours. That ain't an accident. That's a message. He ain't saying it out loud, but his touch is telling you, I want to be close to you. Because let me tell you, holding hands, that's public. It's personal. That's a choice. You can fake a smile, you can fake a laugh, but you don't fake hand holding. Not the real kind. See, the hand is powerful, it's simple, but it means everything. When a man takes your hand, he's doing more than just making contact, he's building connection. It's like he's saying, you're safe here, walk with me. And it don't matter where y'all are, grocery store, church, just sitting on the couch. If he grabs that hand, especially in quiet moments, oh baby, he feeling you. That ain't lust, that's affection, that's intentional. And let's talk about how he does it. If a man grabs your hand with confidence, but also with care, that's him trying to lead while still being gentle. Some men grab your hand like they scared you're going to disappear. Others take it slow, slide their fingers between yours like it's a perfect fit. Either way, you feel it. That little spark, that squeeze, that rub of the thumb on your skin, that move right there, that little thumb rub, that's called intimacy. That's the silent language of, I like you. I'm thinking about you. You matter. Let me hit you with some truth. A man who holds your hand in front of people, he's showing the world he ain't ashamed of what he feels for you. He's declaring it without saying a word. See, holding a woman's hand is like opening a door for her. Some people think it's old school, but real men know it's respect and it's responsibility. He's saying, I'm here, I'm present, I'm with you. Now look, a man might not even realize what he's doing at first. Sometimes when a guy's into you, his body moves before his brain does. You walk by him and boom, his hand finds yours without him even thinking about it. That's instinct. That's desire and comfort at the same time. That's that chemistry you can't fake. And listen, don't ignore how you feel when he holds your hand. If your heart slows down, if you feel calm, if you feel seen, girl, that's the real thing. Because a man's hand will either make you tense up or help you relax. And when the right one touches you, whoo, it's peace. There's also something real sacred about hand holding. Think about it. Kids hold their parents' hands for safety. Friends do it for support. Lovers do it for connection. A man who wants to hold your hand is trying to offer all three. That's deeper than it looks. He's not just saying, I want to be next to you. He's saying, I want to walk through this life with you. Even if he don't realize it on the surface, that's what his soul is screaming when he reaches for you. And it ain't just about walking. Look at how a man reacts when you're sitting somewhere close, watching a movie, talking late at night, maybe riding in the car. If he just reaches over and grabs your hand while y'all doing nothing, that's gold. That's the stuff that matters. No performance, no audience, just you and him, and that little bridge between your palm and his. That kind of touch, that's the one that gets remembered. Not the flashy stuff, not the big gestures, but that quiet, strong connection that I just want to feel you next to me kind of love. Now, you may not think much of it at first, but I'm telling you, watch his hands. Watch where they go when he's relaxed. Watch what he reaches for when words fall away. Because if a man's heart is in the right place, his hand will follow. And if he keeps reaching for your hand like you're the thing that steadies him, believe me, that ain't just attraction. That's admiration. That's respect. That's real. So the next time he reaches for your hand, don't just look at it like a small thing. See it for what it is. That's him letting you in. That's him opening up. That's a good sign, girl. Now, ladies, I want you to pay real close attention to this one, because this one's sneaky. When a man is attracted to you, one of the places he'll touch you is your back. But I'm not talking about nothing creepy. I ain't talking about some dude trying to sneak a hand around you at the club while the music loud and he think you won't notice. No. I'm talking about that respectful, intentional, guiding touch, especially on the small of your back. That move right there, that's a whole language on its own. When a man's into you for real, that touch says things his mouth might be too nervous or too proud to say. See, the back is a special kind of touch zone. It ain't too intimate like your thighs or hips, but it also ain't completely neutral like your arm or your shoulder. When a man touches your lower back just lightly, maybe when y'all walking through a door or moving through a crowd, he's telling you, I see you, I got you. Let me lead you through this. That's his way of taking a small bit of control, not in a controlling way, but in a protective way. You hear me? That's the key difference. It ain't domination, it's direction. Now, let me break it down for you because there's layers to this. A man who gently places his hand on your lower back when y'all are in public, that man is being mindful of your space and looking out for your comfort. Think about it. Maybe you're walking into a restaurant and there's a lot going on. People coming and going, servers carrying plates, folks not paying attention. Instead of just letting you navigate all that by yourself, this man reaches behind you, places his hand at the small of your back, and guides you forward. He's protecting you from the chaos without making a scene. It's subtle, but it's powerful. And that spot, the small of the back, isn't random. That's a vulnerable spot. It's close to your core. It's where your spine meets your strength. So when a man places his hand there gently, he's saying without words, I know this space is personal and I want to be close to it, but I'm going to handle it with care. That's grown man energy. That ain't a boy playing games. That's a man who knows what he wants and respects what you are. Now, don't get it twisted. A man who only touches you in places that are obvious, like your hips or thighs, or always trying to pull you closer in a way that feels aggressive, that ain't the same thing. That's a different message. But when a man keeps his hand on the small of your back, like he's steadying you, like he's guiding you gently, that's somebody who wants to walk with you, not just have you around. Let me tell you something else. This kind of touch often happens when a man is starting to feel protective of you. He might not even realize it yet. He's not necessarily thinking, let me touch her back now. No, it's instinct. He sees someone bumping into you, his hand goes straight to your back to make sure you're okay. You step off a curb and almost stumble, boom, he's there again. That kind of touch is subconscious, and that's how you know it's real. It ain't premeditated, it ain't rehearsed. That's when a man's natural instinct is to keep you close and keep you safe. And don't overlook the emotional intimacy that comes with it. A man who feels like he can touch you in that way without overstepping knows y'all got some trust already built. You know how many men out here too afraid to even go near a woman's back? Why? Because they know they haven't earned that level of comfort. But if you let him do it and it feels right, it's probably because there's already that unspoken connection. And it's not just about safety. Sometimes that touches flirtation. Grown folk flirtation. He might be walking behind you, lean in and gently place his hand on your lower back, not pushing, just lightly. Just enough for you to feel his presence. That's him saying, I'm right here, baby. And believe me, that ain't about control. That's closeness. That's connection. See, women always ask me, Steve, how do I know when a man is serious about me? I always say this, watch how he touches you when he ain't trying to get nothing. Not in the bedroom, not when y'all kiss, just out in the world. If he's thoughtful with your back, watching where you walk, making sure you don't get pushed, guiding you gently through life's little messes, that's a man who's already started thinking about more than just what you look like. He's thinking about how you move through this world and how he wants to be there with you. So next time he places that hand there, don't brush it off like it's nothing. That touch, that's him saying, I got you, even in the little things. He might not say it out loud, but that touch, that's the whisper of a man who's starting to see you as someone special, someone worth looking after, worth guiding and worth staying close to. All right now, ladies, let me talk to you about something real intimate. I ain't talking about bedroom kind of intimate. I'm talking about soul level. When a man is attracted to you, really deeply attracted to you, he's going to want to touch your face. Yeah, your face. That right there, that's not just touching skin. That's emotional contact. That's a man who sees you. Not just what you're wearing, not just your body, but you, your essence. And he wants to connect with it. Now let me break it down. A man doesn't just reach for a woman's face unless he feels something. That's a tender area. The face ain't a place you just casually touch. It's a place reserved for real moments. When he brushes hair out of your eyes, when he cups your cheek, when his fingers trace your jaw while he's talking to you, that man ain't playing. He's feeling you for real. See, you got to understand the difference between lust and affection. Lust is physical. Affection is emotional. Lust is going to make a man reach for your waist, your hips, maybe try to pull you close. But affection, real, genuine interest, that shows up in the small, soft touches. And there ain't a softer or more vulnerable place than your face. If a man is touching you there, especially when it ain't leading nowhere physical, he's feeling more than just attraction. He's feeling admiration. He's studying you. He's taking you in. He might be quiet when it happens. Y'all could be sitting on the couch talking about nothing. He just looks at you, maybe smiles a little, and next thing you know, he reaches up and touches your chin. Maybe lifts it to meet his eyes. That's a power move right there. Not power like control, but power like connection. It says, look at me. I'm seeing you, and I want you to see me too. That kind of eye-to-eye, skin-to-skin contact, that's rare. That ain't game. That's emotion. Let me tell you what else that face touch says. It says he cares about your reaction. See, when a man puts his hand on your cheek or strokes your face gently, he's watching you. He's tuned in to your smile, your expression, how you respond to his presence. That's a man who's not just trying to be with you, he's trying to learn you. He wants to know how you feel. He wants to know what you need. He's leaning into your energy. That ain't shallow, baby, that's deep. And don't ignore how vulnerable that moment is for him too. You think it's easy for a man to expose himself like that? To drop the cool, drop the swagger, and reach for your face like you're some rare piece of art? Nah, that takes guts. That takes a heart that's already invested. That takes a man who's already imagined what it'd be like to hold more than just your hand. He's wondering what it would be like to hold your trust. You know, a lot of men have been conditioned to stay tough, to not show too much. But when he's touching your face, he's letting that wall down. That's his way of saying, I feel safe with you. It's a gentle move. It don't got nothing to do with making a move. It's about presence, stillness, appreciation. And listen to me now. If that man touches your face when you're upset, that's love creeping in. That's him saying, let me comfort you. That touch says, I hate seeing you hurt. It's his silent way of saying, I'm here. He might not always have the words, hell, a lot of us men don't. But that hand on your face, that's him speaking volumes without ever opening his mouth. Now you know, and I know, not every man who touches your face is worth your time. You got to pay attention to the way he does it. If it's gentle, respectful, unhurried, then it's genuine. If he's rushing through it trying to use it like a step on the way to something else, then nah, that ain't it. But if he pauses when he touches you there, like time slows down just a little, girl, that man is somewhere between feeling you and falling for you. You might catch him looking at your lips, your eyes, your freckles, and just brushing his thumb along your cheek. He ain't just admiring your beauty, he's memorizing you. That's what love, or at least serious interest, starts to look like. It's quiet. It ain't loud. It's in the stillness of moments like that. Some women get confused and think the only kind of affection that matters is the big stuff. The flowers, the dinners, the I love you. And don't get me wrong, those things are great. But let me tell you something. A man who takes a moment in the middle of the day without a word, just to reach for your face and show you you're seen, that's rare. That's priceless. That's substance. So don't overlook that small touch. Don't rush past it. That moment when his fingertips meet your skin and he ain't looking for nothing more than just to connect with you, that's a sign you mean something to him. You're not just a good time. You're someone worth slowing down for. Now let me tell you about one of the most honest places a man will touch you when he's really attracted to you. Your hair. Oh yeah. Some of y'all probably didn't even expect that one, did you? But let me tell you something. When a man starts touching your hair, he ain't just flirting, he's feeling you. That kind of touch, that's personal. That's soft. That's him saying, I want to be near you, and I'm not afraid to show it. See, the thing about hair is, it ain't just style, it's identity, it's personality. It's one of the first things people notice when you walk into a room. And if you're a black woman especially, you already know. Your hair is a whole experience. It's care, it's pride, it's legacy. So when a man touches your hair, he better come correct. And when he's really into you, he usually does. It starts subtle. Maybe he brushes a strand of hair away from your face during a conversation. You laughing, smiling, and he just reaches over and tucks it behind your ear. Baby, that ain't just about the hair. That's him saying, I want to see you better. I'm focused on you. He's zeroed in. Ain't nothing in that moment more interesting to him than you. That one little touch might last a second, but in his mind, it's everything. That's the moment he's quietly connecting with you without a word. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, Steve, some guys do that just to flirt. And yes, some do. But let me tell you how to spot the difference. When a man's touch is genuine, there's a kind of softness to it. He ain't trying to mess up your look or invade your space. He's just reaching for closeness. It ain't about control. It's curiosity. It's appreciation. He likes how you carry yourself. He likes how your hair moves when you talk or how it falls across your shoulders. And when he reaches for it, that's him engaging with the details. There's something intimate about the crown of a woman. A man who plays in your hair, touches it softly, or even compliments it while running his fingers through it, he's feeling something deeper than attraction. That's comfort. That's intimacy. And honestly, it's a form of vulnerability too, because let me tell you, a man don't touch a woman's hair unless he feels like he's earned the right. He's testing to see, are we close enough for this yet? And if you let him, that's trust. That's connection. That's a sign y'all are building something real. Now here's the thing. A lot of men don't even realize what they're doing when they touch your hair. It's instinct. It's emotional reaction. They're drawn to you, and sometimes that attraction spills out in small, affectionate movements. He might not have planned to touch your curls, your braids, your bun, or that silk wrap you rocking on a chill night. But if he does, and he does it with care, that's him showing affection in one of the most honest ways. And you know, the moment it really hits, when y'all are alone watching a movie or just laid up talking, and he reaches over to play with your hair. He's not doing it for attention. There's no audience. He ain't even thinking about it. That's when it's real. That's when you know he finds comfort in you. That small gesture is saying, I'm at peace when I'm with you. You become his calm. That's what that touch means. Now let's talk about that moment when you're vulnerable, maybe you just woke up, no makeup, scarf half off, natural hair out, not really feeling all that sexy, and he still touches your hair. He still smiles, still reaches for you like you're the most beautiful thing he's ever seen. Girl, that ain't no accident. That man sees you. He's not just there for the highlight reel. He's there for the real, raw, everyday version of you, and he loves it. Some of y'all push men away when they try to touch your hair. Maybe you had a bad experience. Maybe someone made you feel like your hair wasn't good enough. Maybe you just don't trust easy, and I get it. But when a real one comes along, a man who sees your hair as part of your beauty, part of your power, and he touches it gently, respectfully, lovingly, that's something worth paying attention to. Because men don't connect with just anyone like that. He's not reaching for your hair because it's pretty. He's reaching for it because you are. And you know what else? A man touching your hair can be healing. It's a kind of soft, undemanding affection that says, you don't have to do anything for me to want you right now. He ain't looking for perfection. He's looking for presence. And when you give him that, when you allow him that closeness, that's when bonds start to form. That's when love starts to show its face. So next time he reaches over and plays with a strand or tucks your hair behind your ear or just leans in and says, I love the way your hair smells, don't brush that off. That's not just game. That's intimacy. That's attention. That's real affection speaking through his fingertips. And when a man starts showing you that kind of softness, when he's drawn to the things about you that take time, care, and patience, that's when you know he's not just attracted to your looks. He's attracted to your essence.